Hey guys, Jordan here, coming back to you again with another video. Today the topic is reenacting. Good for you or not? Matt, would you like to start off?
Yeah, alright. So, I joined reenacting just about a year ago. Yeah, our next event will be my first year.
Yeah.
And I actually got it because of him. I saw a video of him.
I'm this man.
Alright, so should you join reenacting? I completely recommend this, but there is a con to it. It's going to take a lot of time and some money or...
A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yes, a lot of money.
Reenacting stuff is not expensive. A musket, if you're, that could cost like $100, or if you get a real one, that costs around $600 to $1,000.
Yes.
So.
This one was actually $125, but it's a replica. So,
mine was, don't know, but it was probably around $80.
Yes, that musket was, I gave that to him, and I actually looked it up online just to see that was exactly like $85, I think.
Yeah, so mine can't fire, I just use it but now I get to fire, so what? Alright, what's your opinion on it?
So, I have a lot of stuff on my hands, like, I play football, hockey, and baseball, and I joined reenacting. I'm just like, you know what, I like this better than all of those things combined. Like, this is the greatest decision I've ever made. The thing is, it's really expensive with like all the stuff, like all the
our
clothing,
uniforms right now, just this basic uniform, mine cost...
Hey, nobody was talking. So, basically, the way we found out how to get out of this is that my mom makes a lot of my stuff, like this waistcoat she made, the hat she made, and some of my like stuff you can't see down here, like my gaiters, socks, and trousers she made. So that's basically how we avoid the money crisis. So if you know how to sew, or you have a parent who knows how to sew, I recommend doing that. Yeah.
I don't have a parent that sews, and I spent in the 300s for just this, plus all my accessories.
Yeah, but basically, if you want to just start off and you're not sure what to do, I recommend going to places like eBay, Amazon, or Etsy. Because on Etsy, you can get a waistcoat, a shirt. We actually got this shirt off of Etsy. Shirt, trousers, and socks for about $100 in total, and just get the hat separately. So I'd recommend doing that if you're a starter.
We're gonna leave a bunch of links down below to websites. Another one is militaryclothing.com. You can get a pair of knee breeches for I think $30 or $40, which mine were around $50 because I bought them off a Townsend. They're really good quality, but they're expensive. So if you want good quality, you have to pay the price of paying a lot of money.
Yeah, and also speaking of military, if you just join a regiment, like in my case, I joined the 2nd Massachusetts Regiment. Well, we have regimental coats, and so if you're in a regiment that's sort of like them, what they do these things called workshops, where you learn how to make stuff. And so in December, we're doing a workshop on the regimental coats. So then we'll be making my regimental coat, and hopefully his if he joins up pretty soon.
I technically am half in. Like
he's half in.
Yeah, I can go to the events if I want to.
Yeah.
But another thing is, guys, British, we don't know a lot of stuff about them because alright, you do, but the only way we go on the British side is British militia, and it's the exact same clothing.
Also, our regiment, I don't think I told you this, but I think it was Doug, David, or Mike. They're people in our regiment. We actually do have British regular like light infantry coats. They're red with I think either yellow or white trim, and they're shorter coats, but they're light infantry. So they might bring them to Sturbridge Village if any of you guys know that event. If you don't, I'd recommend joining before August 4th and 5th, because if you're a reenactor or you like reenacting, that is basically going
it's the
to
largest
heaven.
one in New England.
Yeah, there's at least 1,000 reenactors there. There's French, German, British, Scottish, Americans. Irish. There's even one Irish regiment.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend going to that.
So another thing is, there is a little bit of danger in reenacting, but not a lot. So you don't have to be completely afraid. But this musket is not the safest weapon like ours. We don't have a safety option on our musket. Well, technically we do, but it's not.
Well, the safety option on our muskets, I'm on it right now. It's called half cock. So basically,
But it can still fire.
on full cock,
Yeah.
when you cock it back, it will fire. But when it's on half cock, when you pull the trigger, it won't fire, because that is the safety on there.
So the dangers of firing a musket or reenacting is one, we have a cannon on our regiment, so it's very loud. So like our sergeant, he's half deaf.
Because of it.
Yeah, so it's really loud, so we recommend covering your ears whenever you're around a cannon. But yeah, so there's the going deaf part. Then also firing this, there's basically a mini explosion happening right next to your face.
What happens is, so the flint strikes a steel with there's gunpowder in here. So when it strikes it, a big explosion happens, and it's gonna be right here. So it actually happened to me today when we were firing, and the fire and like the powder went all over my face, and my face, the fire like really went right past my face and went on my face. Luckily, it blew right off because my face caught on fire. That wouldn't be good. So basically, when the powder comes flying back, it's a natural instinct that you close your eyes, but I definitely try to make sure your eyes are closed, even when you pull the trigger maybe. Because what happened, powder will go over your face, and it's fine. It's even fun to like look like you have powder over your face. But the one thing is, when you get powder in your eye, I mean, it stings for a little bit, but it's just a minor injury. But I would recommend trying to not get powder in your eye.
Yeah, especially when it's burning powder.
Yeah, when it just came out of the flame,
and,
it's gonna hurt.
Another thing is you are dealing with gunpowder, which is very flammable. So there's always chances of big booms.
So what I recommend, even it might not
Listening
be,
to orders.
Yeah, listening to orders, and get like a metal box to keep cartridges in. In fact, I have a wooden box that I keep mine in. If you bear with me a minute here.
Yeah, just keep all your stuff protected. Weapons, like, don't have them exposed. So if you have any
Yeah.
like little kids or in your family,
So I actually have to get a new one because this one, as you can see, is overflowing a little bit. So this is filled to the brim with cartridges. So I'd recommend if you go to an event, take these cartridges and put them in like maybe. If you've ever seen a box, I might leave a picture around here somewhere. It's a box that in modern day military they'll put like right next to a like really heavy machine gun. It has all the ammo in it. I recommend putting your cartridges in there because if fire touches the metal or the steel or whatever material it is, most likely it won't catch on fire. If it doesn't catch on fire, it won't explode, and you'll be pretty good. And then also, definitely 100%, do not go in front of cannons or muskets when they're being fired. This has happened way too many times at our parades where we're at the present and that one newspaper photographer wants to get that promotion. He goes right out in front of us to try to take the picture the picture, or if it's on the
stand
news
at
video.
least 20 feet back.
Yeah, then we'll just stop right there and yell at you until you move. So don't do that. And with cannons, basically you need to be 100 feet away. I'd recommend probably staying 200 feet because cannons are really dangerous.
Just to give an example, our last event, Old Sword Village, there's an artillery regiment, and they fired off a lot of cannons.
Yeah.
And after they moved on, we looked in the field, and there's a bunch of stunned birds. Like, they're shaking all over the ground because just the amount of force that's just, like, coming out of that just stuns them.
And also, again, with cannons, do not go, like, sort of, I don't know how to say this, like, sort of far, like, don't go too far away from them where you're level, because then when that happens, you can get a really bad concussion. And you're probably saying, well, how come it's not when you're really close to it? It's because the sound waves move faster when it's farther away, and it will get into your head. Believe me, if I've had 3 concussions, they are not pretty. So just don't do that.
Another thing is, the musket, yes, it might be the funnest weapon you've ever fired. It is not the toy, though. When you fire a lot, this can get hot, so just watch out for that. The barrel can get hot because it's metal, and I've touched it when it's hot, and it does not feel good.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
It's not pleasant.
Unless you're at a really cold event, like
Valley Forge.
Valley Forge, yes. Then
Which
you're gonna
we've
want
never
to
been.
fire it off until you hit the barrel.
Yeah.
That'll warm you right up.
So my overall opinion is join up for a regiment near you, but it's gonna be a lot of time commitment, expensive, and yeah, just that. It's gonna be a little dangerous, but you don't have to worry about the chances of you getting actually hurt is like 0.5%, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Probably about like 1 or 2% of getting really
Like all the guys in our regiment have been doing it for like 25
yeah, and the
years.
worst injuries they have are reenactments at Bunker Hill, and it's actually kind of weird. They do it in New Hampshire instead of Charlestown, but it's kind of like a throw-up reenactment. Like they just like, hey, we might as well do this. There's a big hill right there with earthworks on it. So they did that, and the worst injury they got was a heat stroke, which is really bad because they were in full gear regimentals and everything, charging up the hill, and it was 95 degrees out.
So just have a canteen. I recommend
Have at least one canteen, but in my regiment they always say have 2 canteens, or like even if it's that serious, have bottled water in your haversack. It might look bad for the crowd, but looks don't matter. It's about your safety.
Yeah. So just going off with the canteen. Buy a canteen first. That's literally the most important thing that you can ever have. We go to Old Sturbridge Village, and
you go through about.
We're in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
If you're interested, so there's a lot of different lot, but it's only 80 degrees there, maybe in the summer.
Only.
Only 80, but like it doesn't get really that hot, like 95. Sometimes it does.
Well, yeah, during the battles it seems to get way hotter.
But we're there. It was cloudy last time. It was actually.
So that was actually really good because it was monsooning and it got really cold. So that wasn't.
Still with the clouds, you can get hot. I was still sweating after, even though it was 70 degrees. You need to have water.
Yeah, so that's
It's actually required, I think, at a lot of events.
Yeah, at a lot of events, and at least in Massachusetts. Or actually, last weekend I was in New Jersey at the Battle of Monmouth. If you don't have a canteen, you're simply staying behind. You're not allowed to go to the battle. Like, we were all lined up in formation at the muster without arms. We were just there to like call it a roll call basically. And they said if you don't have one single canteen, you can't do it. You're just gonna have to stay behind and help the women cook for you when you get back. It's not too fun.
Yeah, and so this is not also just a boys thing.
Yeah, there are plenty of girls that do this too.
We have girls in our regiment that actually fire. They actually like firing muskets.
But it's always fun.
Yeah. So in our regiment, are we required to dress up as a boy to fire? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, you have to dress up as a you have to dress up as a male, but it's still fun even for women. I've like talked to women about it that are reenactors. There's like some of the 10th Regiment of Foot, like all these other. They're mostly in
all
British regiments.
Too.
What I found too. Yeah, all ages. So basically, if you're our age, like for example in the 2nd Massachusetts, I'm a drummer, but in the 4th Minutemen they let me fire or at least dry fire stuff like that. With
and
Matt's age over here,
I actually get to fire now. I'm at the age that I can fire.
Yeah, but in the 2nd Mass, he still wouldn't be able to fire because he's just 1 year younger.
Yeah, so in the same Massachusetts, you have to be 16 to fire a musket.
And he's 15.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I'm 12 and a half, so I have a long ways to go.
Yeah, so that's it. My vote is join reenacting. I don't know what Daniel's vote is. Probably yes.
My vote, definitely join reenacting, especially if in my case, I started up because I just loved history. I just loved it so much. I never thought I'd need it for something. And
you don't have to know anything about this time. Well, you have to know a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I barely knew anything when I joined. He was making fun of me, actually, for the first day I came. And now, you don't even have to know about it. It's just still fun,
no matter what. Even if you don't care about history, I'd recommend going to an event because your mind
even
might
watching
get blown.
Fun.
Yeah, like he on the 4th of July parade, he just watched us the parade and he's like, all right, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
which is really good.
Alright, we'll see you guys in the next video. Please leave a comment for any video if you have any questions like where do we get our uniform, like where do we buy it, stuff like that. Yeah, do you have anything?
Yeah, well once again we'll leave links down in the description to JS Townsend,
Militaryclothing.com.
Yeah, militaryclothing.com.
And then Amazon and eBay, that's at your own will. We're not going to leave a link because
Yeah, but you know how to do that. And also, G. Jenny Goodwin, that's a good website too. They got a lot of good stuff there. I think that's it. And also, there is one other website. It's called Smoke and Fire. They don't really sell stuff, but they do have like patterns that you can get, and you can make the stuff by hand, like my mom does.
Alright, well that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you joining Reenacting maybe, and maybe you live in Massachusetts near us, and we'll see you at
we'll see
event.
you. Yeah.
If you see us at any event, come and stop by.
Yeah, feel free to say hi.
And it's not just us. I know you've seen us in the video, only kids. It's because we're the only one that really know how to deal with technology. All of them are older, so they don't feel like dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's not just us. We have like 50, 50 members?
What, Second Mass? Or Yarmouth? I don't know.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're like, they come in, like there's like 4 people or 5 people probably that go to every single event.
And then there's like 12 that
like sometimes at parades you'll see like 10 other people that are dressed up as pirates. Like not even militia, just pirates. Like they have like eye patches on and stuff like that. I'm just like, who are these people? Yeah, we have a lot of members in our regiment.
Yeah.
So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.